Well, it's still going on because we want to keep it going, because we want to keep some pressure on the leadership of the government. Hopefully they'll listen to or watch what's going around in the country and do something about it, because that's why we're protesting.
I think it's important to get out here and just have your voices heard, and yeah, it's affecting all of us, so all Canadians. So it's not about left or right or vaccinated or unvaccinated. It's impacting everybody. So there's lots of support from the community too, as you guys hear, all hours of night too. We have people driving by and honking.
Sheila Gunn Reid for Rebel News, and I'm here in Lloydminster on the Saskatchewan side, actually, of the border city that straddles Alberta and Saskatchewan. And some of you may know that I was here about 2 weeks ago on April 1st when the carbon tax demonstration behind me initially formed. It was part of simultaneous protests all across the country in opposition to Justin Trudeau's already useless inflationary tax on everything.
Yes, if you have a giant mansion and an indoor swimming pool and three big personal cars, it might not cover all of that.
So I take it that that's a no, that you're not going to have a meeting?
We had a meeting on carbon pricing, and every single premier came together to work on establishing a pan-Canadian framework on climate change years ago.
Triggering outrage across the country because simultaneously Justin Trudeau's federal MPs gave themselves an $8,500 a year raise. So on April 1st, the rich and the elites got richer while Canadian families got poorer with a tax that cost them, some of us, thousands of dollars per year. You can sign our petition against the hike in the carbon tax at stopthecarbontax.com. Some people have been protesting consistently in the same location since April 1st. We actually drove past last night at about 11 to check it out. They were burning pallets and waving flags like it was a midnight Canada Day. Now, some people have been coming throughout the week, going throughout the week, coming on the weekend. They're still honking their horns in support of these people. We want to know if this carbon tax protest is ever going to end and why the people are still protesting here 2 weeks later. Let's go check it out. Why are you here still? I mean, this carbon tax protest started on the 1st. Why, we drove past at 11 o'clock last night. The fire pit was going. Everybody was having fun. What's going on?
Well, I think it's important that we're out here, and as long as it takes, right? It's about a sense of community, and a lot of us are really upset with the way things are going and the corruption on all fronts, and we're all too broke not to be here advocating against this. So yeah,
this carbon tax protest has been going on almost 2 weeks now. Why is it still here?
As far as I'm concerned, it's for awareness for people to know what's going on in the world today. I don't think they understand the importance of this, and hopefully it doesn't take a higher tax for them to realize this affects everyone, our children, our grandchildren. That's why I'm out here.
So we're still here. Almost 2 weeks later.
Yep.
I guess, why is this still ongoing, and is there an end in sight?
It's still ongoing because we're still the carbon tax, and I guess, again, the end in sight is up to Trudeau.
So I see you have a jerry can, which I'm reliably informed by boring people in Ottawa is illegal at a protest, but you also are inflating a bouncy castle. Are you trying to get yourself emergencies acted?
Yes. Here in Lloydminster, yes. We've been harassed by the police many times here, so we're just staking our claim here.
Pushing your luck, I think.
I guess so. Right, maybe.
We're going on 2 weeks now. How long is this going to go on?
Well, it's I guess until we're satisfied, until you see something's happening, and people keep coming. There's a lot of dedicated people that there's a gal on her way here from four and a half, the Humboldt area. She was here for over a week, and there's people from Edmonton and Cold Lake and Grand Prairie. What's that? Smiley, Saskatchewan. Yeah.
This sign says just say no, but I think you should just say yes to shopping at the rebelnewsstore.com. It's got all your protest needs. For example, you want to look happy, healthy, strong, and hard to control at your next carbon tax protest, head on over and pick up the Ungovernable sweatshirt and any number of fun Rebel News designs. And we've got new designs coming to the store all the time. That's rebelnewsstore.com. Why is it important for you to be here?
I think people need to realize what is going on. Like, this is really bad with the carbon tax. Like Marilyn said, it affects the grandchildren, the children, everybody. Do you want to pay more taxes? I don't. It's like they're taxing the air we breathe now. And that's not right.
Well, it's still going on because we want to keep it going, because we want to keep some pressure on the leadership of the government. Hopefully they'll listen to or watch what's going around in the country and do something about it, because that's why we're protesting.
I think it's important to get out here and just have your voices heard, and yeah, it's affecting all of us, so all Canadians. So it's not about left or right or vaccinated or unvaccinated. It's impacting everybody. So there's lots of support from the community too, as you guys hear, all hours of night too. We have people driving by and honking. They'll see us out here at the fire. So yeah.
You were just telling me a story about a lady that was cleaning the ditch who's also here.
Yeah, so she was down in the ditch cleaning garbage. We've been told we can be in the ditch to clean garbage. We can fix our signs.
Like the 4-H'ers.
Right. So she was down in the ditch cleaning up garbage. She'd made about 4 or 5 trips out of the ditch with garbage to the can. And on her last trip down into the ditch, she grabbed like just a little hand flag, Canadian flag, and went back into the ditch to pick garbage, flag in one hand, picking garbage with the other. And 2 cop cars stormed in on her and told her she was not allowed to pick garbage with the flag. Her boss did not like the flag.
So she could pick garbage without the flag, but if she picked garbage with the flag, all of a sudden it was a political statement.
And she could be arrested or ticketed. Yeah. So we've been dealing with things like that out here a lot with them. Our location seems to have the heaviest handed police action almost on a regular basis.
I think it's important, and like everybody has their own avenues on how they are able to respond to what we're experiencing here with the overtaxation, and this is mine. And I stand here because of our descendants, because it doesn't just stop at the 23%. It's going to go on and on and on. And this is for the unborn lives of our descendants, and trying to make sure that we give them the freedoms that I experienced growing up. I don't want them to even have to do this. I'm also wanting to set a legacy for them, so that if they ever have to come through this, that we will be remembered for standing up for our freedoms just as much as we remember our World War II veterans that stood up and gave us our freedoms that brought us here today. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I'm from Edmonton, so I come here every weekend. This is my new dedication, new thing to do now every weekend.
It's your new hobby. Yep. Now, why has it become your hobby?
Because my kids won't have a future. They're going to be taxed to death. It's already hard enough for me. I make good money, and I can only imagine what they're going to be going through when they're older.
Where's all the supplies coming from?
Yeah, lots of different sources, all donated. And of course, anything we run out of, there's a donation box there, so we run and get some stuff. And yeah, it's local people just bringing it by, and businesses supplying diesel and yeah, water. It's good.
What's the support been like?
Great. Absolutely great. Would love to see more numbers out here on a daily basis, but understandably our economy has gotten to the point where people have to work 2-3 jobs, and so it's really difficult to get out here. But the honking is all day, all night, through the night. We hear it, and so we know that the support is out there for what we're doing.
It's good to see the people coming out. We wish more people that would drive by would stop by and have a coffee and talk a little bit and support us a bit, but that's okay. They'll come, hopefully.
All the food has been donated by amazing people. Crude Master Trucking has supplied tons of stuff for us. It's amazing. These folks are just absolutely amazing to be able to do what we're doing. And all we want is no tax. That's how it is. You ask when we're out of here, when we're satisfied, when we think we got what we want. And I believe that we are making headway. although it seems small, if there's 5 people here or 500 here, I believe we have made a statement. That's what I think.
Now, you had a bit of a confrontation with the police here at one point. Tell us what happened there.
Actually, we've actually had multiple confrontations now. So what happened was we went down into the ditch and they swarmed us like criminals, like absolute criminals. About 18 cop cars, 30 cops roughly, came in on us. They had C8 arsenal weapons ready to pull on us. They were blocking up the entire highways, and it was about a 5-hour standoff with them.
No, I don't think so. You guys hungry? We're happy to help. Thanks for doing your job. We feel very safe.
But you guys have been entirely peaceful down here. Like, I was here on the first when I think it was probably the largest here.
Yeah.
Everybody was behaving themselves. They were following the rules of the road. And actually that day I thought the police were pretty well behaved. They were around, but not, you know, aggressive or anything like that. I think they were doing their job that day.
Yeah.
What prompted that confrontation?
I think a lot of it comes down to power, right? They don't have control of us up here. We're on private land. And so the second that we cross, they straight up told us, right? They told us that the difference between us being a distraction on the ditch and a distraction on the hill is the difference between private land, government land. Yeah. So we can't protest against the government on government land.
And I guess that confrontation did not intimidate you to stop?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Hassled by the cops, but supported by passers-by and, of course, their community, not just through regular people, but also through businesses making donations. These people vow to fight on for as long as it takes. And as long as they're here, I will happily make the drive out to check in on them and give them their voice. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. Can I get in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Way you go, Sheila Gunn Reid. Sheila Gunn Reid reporting.
Can you take it still?
Yes.
It'll be my new... I know that some of you cannot come to a carbon tax protest on the weekend or throughout the week, but there is a way for you to fight back. Head on over to stopthecarbontax.com and sign our petition today.